kind of plan is it? I asked her why you here, yeah. Oh, why you here? She like, boy, come here. Yes, you, yeah, come here. I'm about to show you something that you never seen out here, yeah. This the live show, this is my show. I take you around the world, yeah, I show you my flow. I can show you something that you never seen, yeah. Stack this money up until I start seeing.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Auntie Lonnie, and if you are one of my subscribers, it's probably the first time in a long time you have seen me in your recommendations. And yes, I am in a completely different new location. Nobody has seen me. Y'all haven't seen me. The world hasn't seen me. Nobody has seen this location unless you have me on Snapchat. So I moved into a new apartment. I have a new job. I'm a marketing rep, so that's something that I want to do. It's not exactly what I want to do, but it's going to help me in my future. So I'm actually doing in-person marketing, so it's actually helping me with my online business. But you guys, I don't know what this Mercury retrograde was on this time. I don't know if they put some crack in there. Somebody had got something that was laced. I don't know what was going on. This was probably one of the most hectic retrogrades I have ever experienced. Like, I'm normally the person, like, I'm chilling. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but this Mercury retrograde took me out. So I think it started on May the 12th, and it was something inside of me that knew. And then when I found out that there was a lunar eclipse in the same month with the retrograde, it was something inside of me that knew. I just knew that my grandmother was going to pass on that day. She had ended up having a stroke. I don't know if it was before the retrograde started, or I think it was a little bit before, but she was in the hospital. And so first they told us, they were like, it was just a mild stroke, we got it in time, she's gonna be okay. And then everything just went left, and it was just like, when I knew that there was the retrograde and the lunar eclipse, and my grandma, she had got sick. But my grandma said that woman, they would diagnose her all the time. You say, she's this, she's that, and she lived a long time. But I just, something inside of me knew. And like, my family, they're like Christian, so I knew I couldn't tell anybody. But I'm in my head, I knew. So that day when my mom called, I was on my way to work, and then she told me, and it was something inside me. And when it was just, I was like, yep, today is the day. And it was just kind of like, oh, so it actually happened. But inside of me, I knew. I just didn't tell anybody. But that was the biggest part of my retrograde. I have gotten into so many altercations with people. There was this guy at the Walmart gas station. He got mad at me for taking so long at the pump or whatever. I haven't had my debit card. I lost my debit card, y'all. Like, I have been going through the motions. Lost my debit card. Didn't have my debit card. So I've only been going and spending places where I can tap to pay. And Walmart, I use Walmart Pay. So I've been in Walmart because I just scan it on the app and I pay with my card online. And so the gas station, it wasn't working. So I'm in my car. I'm trying to flip through it. And he's in a motorcycle. So he's behind me. And he starts vroom, vroom. And this was the day after my grandmother's funeral. So my uncle, he had brought some, he's from the low country. So he had made some type of jungle juice. And I had a few sips of that. So I guess I was feeling antsy. But he was, and so before I could even stop myself, I sling the door open. I'm like, are you trying to get some gas? So we start going back and forth. But I felt really bad after that. I don't know why. I just felt like I could have had more control in the situation or something like that. But this retrograde really has been about me getting more clarity, and specifically more clarity from higher powers, from like divine beings that are like guiding me through life, like being able to interpret angel numbers better, being able to like listen more clearly into my intuition. So when I say I have been alone, like, not many people have seen me. Me and my boyfriend, he says it was breakup part 2. It's like we break up, but it's like we're still together, so I don't even know. But we didn't break up during the retrograde. We had broken up before this, but so technically we haven't really been together. I really don't know what that situation is. Like, it's like the streets are calling my name, but I don't know. We'll have to talk about that on a different video, but this is not the video for that. But anyway, we were going through that stuff. I didn't have a debit card. I moved into a new house. Like, I'm getting into arguments with random people, and I got this new job that I'm not qualified for. So I'm like, bro, I need to understand what's going on. Like, what is going on in my life? This is my nail file. I'm doing my nails. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is going on in my life. So I've just been taking time trying to get myself to come back to the basics. Like, guided meditations, writings. Another thing that was weird, I guess I have like this connection with writing. So I was very stressed out. I can't remember. This was after my grandma's funeral. We had so many people at the house. And I mean, people, my mom's best friend, she look y'all, at the funeral she almost got it. But yeah, I didn't like the way she was talking to me, but I was like, I'm not gonna do this at my grandma's funeral. She said some stuff to me that was really out of the way, and I mean like really out of the way to be my mom's best friend. And that's my grandmother who had just passed, not just your best friend's mom. Like, that's my grandmother. So she had said some rude stuff to me around the funeral. But yeah, I forgot about that. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so it was just a lot going on. So I just needed to write. And so I was going, and I was in my back room. You guys know where I used to make the videos with the fireplace and the panel wall, and I had the affirmations on the wall. So y'all, I went through about 4 notebooks, and I mean notebooks full, cover to cover, with writing that I had written. All of these notebooks were just full, and I went through 4 notebooks. Now you guys remember this notebook. This one, this was like my first notebook that I ever had like a type of connection with. I mean, these notebooks are full, cover to cover, with just, I guess, my thoughts and writings. And so I'm like, dang, I must really write a lot. So I got to notebook number 4 before I found a clean sheet of paper. So I went back and I started reading through the writings, and it's just, I didn't know, I never knew. Like, sometimes I just write. I don't date anything, so it's like when I'm going back and reading these things, it's like, did I write this? But I had to have written it. Like, it's my handwriting. These are my notebooks. So hold on, wait, you guys, my phone's dying. I want to finish this video, but let me stop and save it. I'm back. But yeah, like, I was reading through the notebooks, and then like I would see, like, every time I'm holding a notebook that I haven't written in like months or years, I open it up and like I'll just read whatever the first page says. And there was something today that, like, it was about my thoughts creating the reality that I'm in. Like, nothing is all that matter is just the reflection of what your thoughts are looking like. And it was just like, sometimes like I read stuff and I get a message from it, and it just so happens to come right when I need it. Like that one earlier, I ended up writing it again in the notebook that I write in every day at work, because the message just felt like it hit to me. So between like the writing and the conversations that I've been having with people, is definitely like, if you aren't aware, that Mercury is the planet that rules over communication. So during this time, people say like, don't make any big decisions, don't sign anything, don't buy any new tech, because it's just like the technology and stuff is just going berserk. So I will definitely say this one was berserk. So yeah, that's been pretty much what's going on with me. I would say about this retrograde, now that it's over. Now, I will say I'm not normally affected by like the shadow period, because I think we're going to be in like the shadow period. I don't even know when it ends, but I thought it ended on the 3rd tomorrow. But I know when we go through the shadow period, I don't know what will happen, because when we were in the shadow period before Mercury retrograde, I was fine. It was like that middle of that retrograde, when retrograde was retrograde and I was getting retrograded. That's what was going on. But yeah, I would say if anybody has been like in a place like I have, like when you're just I didn't have an option but to be alone. Like, this is the first time I've been working a full-time job. So on my outside of my time where I'm not working my full-time job, or like preparing myself to work my full-time job, because I'm a marketing rep, I'm like doing stuff online, I'm trying to market, trying to do hair and stuff. So I've been feeling really called to just communicate with my inner self and trying to like get my goals in line. Like, what do I actually want out of life? And putting more action behind it, because that's something that I've been lax with on myself. But now it's like, I'm at the age where it's just kind of like, oh, like nobody's coming to save me. It's not like something that is fixed with like a magic wand. So I've been doing a lot of like balancing like feminine and masculine energies, because like a feminine energy is like receiving, and the masculine is like discipline and consistency and all this. And I've been on like this. I was like, I don't want to do any of that. I don't want any of that. But I have been watering the seed of determination, determination to be the person who I want to be. Like, I've been thinking so much, like, especially like working this full-time job, it's like I've got to find time to create content. I've got to find time to come back and make these videos and put them together and put them out there, because it doesn't matter where I'm at. It's like I don't want to work for anybody else. So I got to make sure, like, during this full-time job, like, the universe is now giving me where I can balance. It's like, okay, you have two things that you definitely want in life, so you're gonna have to find balance in between them. So I've been off the map, I've been off the grid. So, but I'll be coming back for these YouTube videos. But as far as like hanging out and stuff like that, I'm in the house. But yeah, I think, well, I don't have much space on my phone left, so I have like a minute and 30 seconds left. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. That's just an update on my life, you guys. You guys go ahead, go follow me on TikTok, go follow me on Instagram, Snapchat. Please add me on Snapchat because I'm on Snapchat all the time. You see everything. You won't miss a beat. But thank you guys for tuning in. Bye. Peanut, say bye.